The voice you're about to hear is Justin Long, the actor from, you might know him from Live Free or Die Hard with Bruce Willis. He was also in those Mac and PC ads. Used to be on TV all the time. He's going to do some introductions here.
Arguing in favor of socialism is Richard D. Wolff, a professor of economics who's previously taught at Yale and is also the host of Economic Update as well as Democracy at Work. He's authored several books on both Marxism and socialism, as well as a recent one covering the COVID epidemic called The Sickness is the System.
Arguing in favor of capitalism is Destiny. He's really good at Legend of Zelda. I used to play Grand Theft Auto Vice City sometimes when I was younger. I like cruising around in that Ferrari, you know, listening to Summer Madness. I enjoyed that. I like getting out of my car every once in a while, punching a prostitute in the face and stealing her shoes. I enjoyed the game, but I never believed once that playing that game qualified me to say, dispute a climatologist over the existence of global warming. But here was Destiny in this debate with Professor Richard Wolff, the economist, telling Richard Wolff that Richard Wolff does not really understand the stock market the way Destiny does. And that, whatever. Who cares? Point is Richard Wolff fact-checked the fuck out of this kid. And it was embarrassing. Let's see. Well, Destiny was wrong about the Mondragon. Was it Mondragon? Yeah, the Spanish company. The wage policy. He didn't know about that. He didn't know about Russian expansion, economic expansion, compared to Japan's economic expansion. He was wrong about that. He didn't understand China's, the history of China's economic boom. He didn't even understand, he never even heard tell of third-way Democrats, you know, which I can understand. There's some obscure third-way Democrats, like, for instance, Bill Clinton. But him dancing around and pretending that he won this debate, even though he clearly got his ass handed to him, that's not the annoying part. I'll tell you what the annoying part was. First of all, there were two things that aggravated me. First one, number one. The second Richard Wolff left, this Destiny character starts spewing off about how Richard Wolff supports genocide. He's yet to provide any evidence of this claim. Second thing that aggravated me was all the clacking in my ear during this debate. When Richard Wolff was trying to talk, all I could hear is this fucking keyboard clacking in my fucking ear. This kid was typing on his computer while Wolff was talking. What are you, a fucking stenographer, dude? You sure as shit didn't seem like you were taking notes, man. You didn't even sound like you were paying attention. Maybe you were playing another round of Dragon Cunt 3 with your coked out Vincent Gallo looking ass. You know, this guy's got a kid. Can you imagine having a kid and sitting on your ass all day playing video games? Let me guess what your kid's name is. I'm just going to guess what your kid's name is. Let's see. Destiny's Child, right? And no, I don't care how many times you've heard that fucking joke. Destiny is a stripper's name. What's wrong with the name your mother gave you? Are you ashamed of the name your mother gave you? Oh, Ma, I know you want to name me after Grandpa and all. But, you see, I want to spend my life playing Super Mario Twins, and apparently that requires a code name. And Vaush. That's sad, man. This kid, Vaush, was trying to gaslight his audience into thinking this guy won this debate. That we didn't hear what we thought we heard. That we didn't hear him say that Jeff Bezos has a skill set worth $200 billion. What skill set is worth $200 billion? The ability to turn yourself invisible and walk into bank vaults? Funny thing is I like Vaush. He's charming, you know. I like his politics. I especially admire the way he persists in trying to bring back my friend Jeff's hairdo from 1993. But we all heard this guy say, economic systems can't be moral. Well, we'll set aside the fact that that sounds like an excuse for slavery. We'll put slavery on the shelf because, after all, Destiny doesn't believe that you can debate history when you talk about economics. History has no business in a debate. I personally don't know how the fuck that's supposed to work. But fine, let's set history and slavery on the shelf and look at that sentence. So we said, economic systems are not moral. They are tools that society uses to distribute wealth, resources fairly. I think that's what he said. So how do you figure out what fairness is inside a moral vacuum? What the fuck is fairness? There's no morals. Also, the fair distribution of resources, that sounds a lot like socialism. He's supposed to be arguing for capitalism. It sounded like he was endorsing socialism. I mean, he could pretend that a fair distribution of resources isn't what socialism is. I mean, after all, he and Vaush spend their days pretending to be wizards. But that doesn't mean he won the debate. But Vaush claimed he fucking did. He sat there and, well, I don't want to say that he lied. Let's just say that he intentionally told the exact opposite of the truth. And I gotta wonder why. And here's my theory. I think the two of these guys, these peas in a pod, I think they're what I would call the Mario Kart Intelligentsia, or for short, the Mario Intelligentsia. See, this is the first time a bona fide public intellectual has entered this space to debate someone. And it is, I think Vaush and Destiny have a vested interest in creating the illusion of some sort of intellectual equilibrium. I think in that same video that Vaush claimed that Destiny won this debate, he said that he wanted to debate Noam Chomsky. Spoiler alert, you're going to lose. I think it's his ambition to be legitimized, to be viewed the same way as a economist like Richard Wolff, who was on Bill Maher 1 minute, and then the next minute he's teaching economics at the Sorbonne. The problem is Noam Chomsky was a character in Norman Mailer's Armies of the Night, meaning these guys have been around for decades. They've mastered their fields. Vaush has mastered Jizz Shadow 4. There's a massive fucking incongruity between these two spaces. And it's going to be very, well, I'll say this much. You're not going to be able to lie your way into their world. I mean, I think you're doing just fine debating, Shoe on Face and Bong Master 666. But I mean, if you want to be taken seriously, man, behave in a serious manner, right? I mean, why don't you try publishing something and putting your real fucking name on it? I mean, what kind of name is Vaush? What are you, a fucking space Viking? And sometimes I get really fucking aggravated with these, Twitch streamers. If I hear the words based or cringe or my dude one more motherfucking time, I swear to God, I'm gonna quit life, cut my dick off, and become one of them.